All right, so you probably landed on this video because you think you have tight lats and you want to start working on that. You want to start opening up your lats, and that makes total sense because it's a big contributor to some limitations in overhead mobility and maybe even some discomfort throughout the shoulder and back. So we're going to take a slightly different approach. We're going to work on some contract and relax techniques for the lat to actually contract the muscle at end range and then teach it to relax at end range and try to get a little more motion out of that. And then we're going to go into a little ELDOA technique to really open up the rotation of the shoulder, which does help that lat mobility as well. So let's get started with our prayer stretch. So it's going to be a contract, relax prayer stretch. If you could grab a half foam roller, anything that's a foot long, really. You could use a bench, you could use a chair, anything that's elevated. You want to scoot your knees back, get your elbows within shoulder width apart, and you're just going to start by pushing your elbows down into the elevated surface you're on while keeping nice good form with the foam roller or whatever that you have through your hands. And you're pushing for about 5 seconds, and then you're going to sink that chest down, relax the elbow pressure. So even just then, you should start to notice some tension and stretch under your armpits, actually into your lat area. And I'm gonna have you go through it one more time. Push down through your elbows, 5, 4, feel those lats engage, 3, 2, 1, and try to sink down even more. You can bend the elbows back a little bit as well. So right there for me, I definitely feel a decent amount of lat stretch, especially on my right side. Now, if you're not getting that per se, and if it's too much in your shoulders, you may have to lean back a little bit more or readjust, maybe widen out your elbows a bit and try the same thing here, right? Pushing down for 5 seconds and then sinking, feeling that through your mid-back, through the tissue underneath your armpit. And this is a great one to do 5 seconds of the contraction, 10 seconds of the actual stretch. And you try anywhere from 3 to 5 rounds of that there. So that's going to be your first one. And your second one is what we call an upper thoracic ELDOA. We're essentially trying to open up the shoulder rotation and teach the lat how to really engage at end range. So what we're doing here is we're going to start nice neutral spine position. We're going to have our thumb out, pointed up towards the ceiling, and then our fingers extended back. And what we're doing now is trying to keep our spine still in that nice neutral engagement, bringing the arm and wrist all the way back, keeping that thumb pointed up towards the ceiling, really trying to get that rotation, and then pushing away from our neck here. And as you're doing that, you're still trying to get that hand as close to that pocket as you can. What we're doing here is we're really opening up that front part of the shoulder and opening up the attachment point to where that lat attaches to at the front part of the shoulder. Good, keep that there. Holding it here. And you want to get a nice hold for about 20 to 30 seconds on each side, aiming for at least 2 rounds and seeing how close your arm can eventually get towards your body. All right, and we'll ease up. Shake it out, and you would do the same thing on the other side. All right, so final thing here. You're working on your side, and if you think about it, right, this overhead arm position, it's essentially like you're reaching behind your back and you're putting your lat on full stretch once you're on your side. So you start maybe about 45 degrees out. You push your elbow down into the mat or floor, feeling that lat work a little bit. Good, and then you bring it up a little bit higher. You don't let your chest rotate or your shoulders rotate. Your chest should be pointed forward, same thing. Elbow down into the ground. You can relax your head on your shoulder if you want. Hold them for 5 seconds. Good, and then try to get it a little further back. See if you can rest it there. Now the real magic happens at this end range. So here you go, you push down, you push down, you push down. 5, 4, feel the lat engage, 3, 2, 1. Now you get it back there. Rotate your body, see if you can reach behind your head a little bit more. Good. And you're almost rotating your body
away from the elbow. And if you still feel like you're not getting a lot of tension or stretch from there, that's totally fine. You can come back a little bit higher, even push down a little bit through the elbow there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Good. And as you rotate, you'll even feel some stretch through the pec, a little bit underneath the armpit there. And as you'll see, we're in kind of a full stretch through our lat, just being on our side. And it's a great one to do before a workout, really quick, 5 seconds on, 5 seconds of activation, 10 seconds of stretch. You do a couple rounds. Easy to do your prayer stretch and easy to do that upper thoracic ELDOA. So give these a try and see over time how your lat mobility feels as you go through some of these activation techniques, and just be consistent with them to really see a difference over time.